Ow. Alright, says I'm live. Hello. Welcome back. It's Dark Souls again. Last time I killed the ceaseless discharge and can now head deeper into the demon ruins. And I'm aware you can't see the game yet because I was still getting it booted up. Alright. Why do I have flash sweat? Oh, that's right. I had flash sweat attuned because I was trying to walk in lava. Which, not recommended. Swap this back to Grass Crest Shield. And charge into the random pathway that I unlocked. Oh, wait. No, first I'm gonna backtrack a bit and try to acquire some pyromancy because I have 18,000 soul. This is one thing I always forget whenever I come back to this game, is just how dark it is. And you can see it just fine, but these are tinted lenses, which is why at the beginning it asked for brightness, and I was like, yeah, it's gotta be all the way up. So, it always hits a little bit different at the first few minutes of the stream. What doesn't help is that this room is full of studio lights. And by full, I mean it has two. So that way, I am well illuminated. Like, I could barely see that guy before I started sneaking. I feel like these aggressive color filters aren't helping. Alright. Well, being able to use the crossbow with some actual benefit is satisfying. Bruh. Kill this thing. Heal. And kill this pest. Okay, for a moment I wasn't sure whether I'd be able to make it all the way. Get a monitor bright enough and you won't need studio lights. Yeah, well, you're not wrong, I suppose, but it would have varying levels of quality.
Ah, there you are. I was expecting you. Let us begin.
Let's see. I could get another fire orb. Fireball, although that doesn't do me much good. I could almost get Great Fireball. Oh, I was about to say or Firestorm, but that takes another 10,000. What did this one do again? Advanced Pyromancy, Charm Undead, and gain temporary allies. Okay. I kind of want to go for Great Fire.
No luck. Well.
Wow, that thing's quite resistant. Those mosquitoes. And if they dropped just about anything, they might almost be worth the time it takes to kill them. Alright. For more soul, I suppose I could go up these stairs a little ways. I don't want to rest at the bonfire. Oh. It'll account for the tinted lenses as well. Yeah, it would. Then we might start bumping into other problems though. But I don't want to go Okay, well, forget everything then. I don't want to go rest at a bonfire because then that would respawn all the enemies. Alright. Doesn't much matter since they're all respawned anyway. And in this lighting, the axe almost looks like it's red hot at the blade. It's cool. Okay, now I just need to be very extra certain that I don't die like that again. Or by any other means until I've recovered that. Nice try, but no. One thing I think I feel a little bit pleased with myself about is that I am beginning to get a little bit better about remembering what I said earlier that you're responding to in the chat. And I am certain I'm going to eat those words later, but whatever. Where did I land? Oh. It's just right there. Okay.
truth be...
Oh, well, I had. Okay. Great fireball.
Now go. Whatever you do, do not crack and go hollow, lest my time spent on you be wasted.
Alright. Now I can continue into territory I have not seen before. If I remember correctly, I would need 33,000 to level up pyromancy again anyway, so that's not likely to happen soon. Unless this place turns out to be just loaded with high value targets. What little soul I have, I will repair my equipment. There. Something that needs to be done regularly anyway, so. Nah. I was just thinking maybe I should have tuned that new magic I just bought, but it's probably better to have more, less powerful magic at my disposal than a little bit of high power magic, since I'm exploring new terrain. Now if I stumble across another boss fight, that is excellent cause for more magic. I just remembered I still have this equipped, so let's swap it for this. He's faster. Oh! Double kill. Yeah. That kind of hurt. He hurt me just a little bit through the shield and did a lot of stamina damage. I think my goal is just find another bonfire somewhere deeper in. And that's just it would be nice if I got this much done today. Not a, I must, I will not stop until I've done this. Also, this demon dude looks vaguely familiar. That's a lot of dudes. Four, six, 8, 10. Okay, if I play my hands right, if I play my cards right, I should be able to fireball all of them. That's, quite frankly, a lot of guys. That looks concerning. Also, don't want that equipped right now. Yeah. Yeah, the number of visible demons just went up a little bit, but I should still be able to take them all. Just means I'll only have 2 fireballs left over after all of it. Oh, that's bad. These guys hit hard. I started doing melee combat because... Why did I do that? I think I wanted to make my fireballs last a little bit longer, but it doesn't matter how long they last if they just last until you die. And you die before you run out. That's with the ring of steel protection. These guys hit pretty hard. I'm worried these are like the local weak sauce. Ooh. Man, they really need to put some more budget into fixing their paths. Demon Great Machete, cool. One thing I will say about this place, though, this is kind of the full of high-value targets I mentioned hypothetically. Each one of these dudes is worth 800, which admittedly isn't that much. But it's also not nothing. It's not even a terribly small amount. Now, to get 30,000... to get 3,000, you'd need to kill... like 4. And that would get you a little over... a little over 3,000. To get 30,000, you'd need to kill 10 times that. So if I killed 40 of these guys, I would have 32,000 and whatever change I have already. There's a rock golem, okay. Two of them approaching at once is either, oh neat, I get to inflict ×2 pain, or they get to inflict ×2 pain. So, just, I'd rather not. Play dice with demons. Oh, that's not a rock golem, it's a giant bug thing. It's a giant thing. Off the top of my head, I don't have better words to describe it. So see, I'm already like a quarter of the way to the There are a lot of guys. But, oh man, that's nasty. I'm not sure what made that noise. Oh, great. Let's try and not die as this thing shows us what it's got. Oh, fire. Delightful. And they're of little worth. How far off am I? Quite a ways. How about now? Barely. Aiming this thing is such a tricky business. Aha. And he'll just stand there and take it. Sweet. I wonder if that guy way over there is far enough away that he'll just stand there and eat it. I also wonder if he's so far away that I won't be able to hurt him at all, because the game seems to have a limited range in which you can harm things. It's pretty big, but still limited. Oh, that reminds me, I could kill that giant bug thing with this trick. I'll do that real quick. Also, switch this out for the evil eye ring, just because I'm not at full health. Ha ha ha, number of crossbow bolts. Anyway, moving on. It just felt thematically appropriate to point that out at that moment. Just because of where I'm standing. Man, this task is so engaging. I can feel my eyes glazing over. I don't know why I choose to play the game this way, aside from it's a lot easier. Definitely a lot less risky. It's not prohibitively resource intensive. $300, so that thing is labeled as weak as these guys. How comforting. frames off a little bit. Oh. There's a part of me that wonders why they gave me a crossbow. Because surely they didn't want me to play the game like this, but also it's not super useful in most other circumstances. Like, they didn't put an aiming system in the game. They put like a pointing system in the game. I can point in a direction and kind of aim a little bit. It's just kind of funny, I guess. Funny might not be the right word for it. Strange might be a better word for it. If you were to play this game correctly, I'm sure the crossbow would be a mostly useless item. Might be about right. Barely. There's only one of them left. I'll just try shooting the big guy. No health bar, he's probably not taking damage. Also, the fact that there was a giant living bug monster thing over here makes me feel much more justified in my concern about the dead one. Oh! Well, there's a bonfire. Okay, so these fellas are actually statues. Neat. Should I rest at the bonfire? Because it'll replenish my magic and Estus and stuff, but it'll also respawn the spooky enemy that was down in the hall. And all those guys I just crossbowed. Well, actually, I'm just assuming it'll respawn all the guys I just crossbowed. I don't strictly know that. But there are very few enemies that it doesn't respawn, and it would be weird for it to pick these guys. Well, I'm gonna finish it killing this guy, and then I think I will rest at the bonfire because I don't want to engage big scary at the door I need to go through with 2 fireballs to my name. And I'm guessing the giant bug monster won't respawn because the bonfire is right next to it. I'm gonna retry that because I kind of messed that up a bit, and he just pulled out all of the scary. That was a little better. Better enough, at least, that I don't feel like redoing it. Oh, and there's the one who saw me when I was upstairs. I don't like the sounds of walking. If I hear walking, that means someone noticed me. Usually. Oh. For a second it looked like the lower 2 had respawned, but the upper 2 hadn't, which confused me. Because I can't think of a reason for the game to divide them like that unless they function differently in some way. It's like they can't decide if they've noticed me or not. I'm also just a tad bit worried about how fire resistant some of the stuff I'm running across is. Alright, let's see if I can crossbow him from here, and he'll feel it. Well, he noticed it. Don't know that he felt it, but he noticed it. You frighten me, sir. Please stop. Bro. Yeah, let me know how that turns out for you, giant centipede monster thing. Or would it be a millipede? I don't know. Centipede just means 100 legs, millipede means, I think, 1,000. Thing with many legs. Green titanite. Interesting. I already found an unlimited source for that stuff, but interesting nonetheless. Oh, just a couple of these guys. The thing that gets me when I see something like that is that's either that could range anywhere from completely worthless to the most important thing I've ever found, and all the in between. But also this feels like a trap, especially since I know giant monsters can just appear from the ground. Alright. Not the most important thing, not completely useless, but somewhere in the between. looks familiar. Why does that look familiar? If only I had a map. Because this looks a lot like the catacombs in terms of the light filter, I guess. Alas, I do not see a way across. Oh, great, it's another fire. Alright, well. Guess that's what we're doing today. I don't know if I feel like doing it today. I know I would be cutting it really short if I didn't. Or I would be going the other way. Because there are technically two ways I could go. It's just another giant fire monster that... Huh. I've got the... yeah, okay. Just checking to make sure I had the evil eye ring equipped. Do these take fire damage? Technically. Not a lot. I hear stone dragging. And footsteps. I don't know, I feel like the specific combination of the two is bad news. Get up here. You weird floating fireball dispenser. Oh yeah, you. He's got mandibles and a toothy maw. I mean, technically these are mandibles, but like this bone is called the mandible, but he's just Battery's just got the normal jaw type and tusks while being very insect-like. All in all, very strange. The local fauna is bizarre. Just gonna check if I can recover my soul before I enter there because it's outside. Alright, sweet. And see, I'm already up to almost 20,000. So one more upgrade to pyromancy feels very, wow, achievable at this point. And he's just gonna sit there and take it. He's not happy about it, but he's just gonna take it. And this ought to push me over into 2,000. might take a little longer, huh? So this thing seems to have some pretty pronounced damage fall off. Let's get a little bit closer and see what that looks like. Yeah, that like almost doubled the damage. Alright, let's go a little bit closer. I'm just worried about getting close enough that he sees me shooting him. This is an acceptable amount of damage. I'm gonna put so many arrows in his knee that he can't be an adventurer anymore. And killing this guy should actually bump me into the 22,000s. Oh man, just got here. What did I miss? There were a bunch of demon guys like that, but smaller, who had 2 swords. There were a bunch of floating orb gargoyle fellows that shoot fire. I stepped through the fog wall behind me, and a giant demon, not unlike the asylum demon but on fire, rushed me and one-hit me. So I decided to check alternative routes. I also found a new bonfire. And there's, according to ThoughtCo, one difference between them is centipede legs stick out the side of the body and millipede legs stick out the bottom. Well, that would mean these are probably millipedes, I think. So the thing spitting at you is probably a millipede. Cool, except it didn't actually spit at me. It just appeared and posed angrily as I shot it from a safe distance. Aha! I was looking down that hall and thinking, man, in all my days of playing this game, I don't think I've ever seen a more suspicious chest. And I've seen suspicious chests. Just that one felt exceptionally suspicious. So, this fella kinda alleviates that feeling a little bit, because it is totally a trap. But at the same time, I'm still gonna whack it first. That's standard procedure. Oh yeah, another thing, in regards to I just got here, what did I miss? Everything here hits really hard. Or at least everything that's gotten hits off on me, it's hurt. That looks like something. No? Aha! Whoa! It was a trap. Okay, let's speed this up a little bit. Ow! Oh, no, no, you monster. Would you rather fight a bunch of demon guys the size of smaller than this guy, or single demon guy the size of this giant? The big one. Because each of the small ones takes about 2 fireballs to hit and can kill me in about 2 hits, and the big guy takes about 3 fireballs to hit to kill, and can kill me in 1 or 2 hits. So here, there's actually one of the smaller demon guys right around the corner there. Let me run up and try to kill him without dying. Yeah, these are the smaller ones. So, small is a relative term. They're still twice my height. Also, another fun thing about the big guys is they don't seem to have anywhere near as good of an attention span as the smaller guys. Okay, so that technically does more damage, but not much. I was checking the, like, leaping heavy strike. There's like 7 more damage. Which isn't much. Okay. Yeah, there you got to see comparison of how hard those fights are in relation to each other. So yeah, generally I think I'd prefer to fight the big ones one at a time than 2 of the little ones at once. that millipede pushed me off the cliff. How very rude of him. Alright, it just occurred to me, even if I had some sort of big, high knockback attack, like a magic shockwave, I still wouldn't be able to push the millipedes off the cliff because they're in the ceiling. Yeah, I can't be bothered with you right now. I've got bigger fish to fry, like 5 other identical fish. Man, I'm really burning through these cheap arrows. Or crossbow bolts, I guess. Wait a second. Could up the damage by quite a bit by just looking up a little. Alright. Now to trigger this one to spawn, which is easy because he just goes boom right in front of me. And then just sits there and does nothing as I kill him. Also, these millipedes have very pronounced foreheads. Yep. I think you hurt its feelings. I'm gonna hurt a little bit more than its feelings. I probably should have saved a couple of those fireballs. Because if I were a betting man, I'd be willing to bet that that chest is probably a mimic to top it all off. It would be very fitting of this whole set of trickery. Also, part of me fails to see the benefit of such an elaborate trap for these from a hunting predator kind of perspective. Because when it's one just appears, that makes sense, because it's haha, the giant thing is gonna eat the little tiny thing now. But when it's four, I mean, each of them would barely get to eat anything. And surely not that much stuff comes walking down this pathway. The last thing they killed on this path, they didn't even get to eat. I fell into the lava. So from a gameplay perspective, I absolutely get it. It's the, haha, it's a trap, you're probably gonna die. But from a more real world, what are these guys thinking? I don't know. I'm just talking to fill the silence of me shooting them a gazillion times. I'm actually surprised. Large flame ember. Alright, so that's 2 blacksmith embers I've found down here. There's the Chaos Flame Ember and Large Flame Ember. I wonder if the blacksmiths I know will be able to use either of those. Oh yeah, this guy. Lock up there. Just spend the rest of my bolts to kill him. And by the rest of the bolts, I mean the rest of the cheapest ammo I can carry. Broke college kids splitting a single soft serve cone. I guess? But that's like a treat, a nice thing that's tasty. I can't imagine a zombie pyromancer tastes super good. That said, I'm also not a demon millipede, so what do I know? Well, I got the ember. Okay, I'm gonna do something rash, knowing full well that it's probably not the best idea. They probably just wanted an excuse to hang out together. Oh, I'd also go for that. But I'm going to warp to Firelink Shrine. I don't remember what the sunlight altar is. That might be the one down a ways. Doing wholesome stuff like murdering adventurers. I mean, honestly, it's... I don't know how many guys I've killed in this game, so understandable. And the best excuse I have for that is, well, they're probably hollow. But at the same time, they could have had the exact same thing said about me. We both just saw each other and decided, you know what? Probably best just to kill that. Who knows? Maybe those other guys weren't even undead. Alright. Ooh, I just thought maybe these embers... Okay, there are two possibilities I can think of for what these embers would unlock. Is either separate fire upgrades, or it's like, oh yep, you could do different fire, or more powerful fire upgrades, where it's just a direct continuation of the same fire.
That's an odd ember you have there. Ah, I know what you're thinking, but I'm no good with those. It won't be easy, but I'm afraid you'll have to look for someone else.
About which one?
I'll be seeing. Well, need any...
Okay. A divine crossbow would be kind of funny.
I'll be seeing you then. Be careful out there.
Alright, so he can't use them. And I only know two other blacksmiths. There's the fellow in Anorlando and the fellow at the bottom of the catacombs. But There's a bit more fighting to get to either of them. I guess I might as well see if I can drop off Seath's soul at the large bowl. Or the Lord Vessel, as I think they said it was called. But if I call it the large bowl, then it rhymes with the various important people's souls. Alright.
I am pleased to see you well. Is it something urgent?
Ooh.
Very well. Then stay still for a moment.
And I should be in the place. Is loading. Locked by some contraption. The scale is a fragment of a Lord Soul discovered at the dawn of the Age of Fire. Seath allied with Lord Gwyn and turned upon the dragons. For this he was awarded dukedom. Embraced by the royalty and given a fragment of a great soul, although just a piece, it will still satiate the Lord Vessel. Okay. So do I need to sit at this? If I have to sit at this, then it's gonna be a little bit trickier to get back to. Oh well, I'll just do it. Offer soul to Lord Vessel. Cool. It's burning a little bit bigger now. Right now, I no longer have his soul. Actually, can I warp from here? Yeah. What's the sunlight altar? I've got no idea where this is. Oh, I know where this is. Okay, cool. I should pick up more crossbow bolts while I'm here. The guy was right down here, actually. Don't you dare. A foul step is still perfectly sufficient to kill me.
Oh, where have you been hiding? I guessed you'd hop the twig for certain. Bah, shows what I know.
Alright.
Oh, thank you very much. Come back soon.
That was a pretty hefty purchase, but I think I should be able to earn at least most of those souls back before I find my way to the Pyromancer lady. Looks like if I only just noticed this, but if I kill two guys at once like that, it only gives me health regeneration for one of them. Bummer. It's just standing there like nothing was happening as the body was laying on him. They do seem to have, I only just pieced this together. They do seem to have kind of replaced the Firelink Shrine bonfire with the Lord Vessel. it's hard to see in here. Oop. Alright. Man, this place is not pleasant. There we go. He's just flailing about, trying to hit him. Small enough and close enough that just wouldn't get hit. Rest at this nearby bonfire. Thank you for that. And then proceed past the pyromancer person because I don't quite have enough for the upgrade I want. Yeah, rain. But I'll run past the pyromancer lady because the demons are worth a lot of soul. And the fellows here kinda aren't. I'll just wait. I've got mosquitoes to keep me company. Let me look at what kind of soul I have. That's not much. I said if I've got... That might be enough. Let me just... Yep, that was enough.
Ah, there you are. I was expecting you. Let us begin.
Yes, let's...
Now go. Whatever you do, do not cry.
Oh! You wanna go? Okay. Okay. So I'll get back to the deepest bonfire I found and probably call it there. Because after that, I probably need to fight that fire demon thing that one-shot me. That's gonna be fun. I feel like most of the problem is going to be that while, although brief, the route leading up to it is full of enemies that are actually at least a little bit deserving of my attention. I'm a little curious. I'm gonna switch up my magic a little bit. Attune magic. Let's swap out for the big guns. Because I'm curious how much death they will contract if I hit them with these. If it still takes 2 hits to kill one of the little guys with this, then it is absolutely not worth it. You do you not have 10k in consumables? Well, probably not anymore, but I did. One of the recent. It was either last stream or the stream before. Probably the one before, because the last one was just fighting the ceaseless discharge over and over again. So probably the one before the last one. I used most of my consumables that give you soul. Face me. Well, it didn't kill him in one hit, but close enough, I suppose. But there's no way I have enough of these to fight my way through all of them. There are 6 more between me and that bonfire. Which... yeah, the math isn't quite adding up. I'm just a little bit faster. Alright, now he's approaching. Now here's the thing that concerns me somewhat. I don't think Fire Orb's gonna do as much damage. So it's gonna get a lot more risky. Ow. Cutting it a little close there. Oh man, I had to use Estus. Oh well. Cheery. That worked out sufficiently well. I'll just stick to fireballs. I'm good at those. I heard the footsteps, but I didn't see them in time. Maybe it was in time, just Not in time for me to be in a position that I liked. Warm. Yeah, these guys hurt. It's fun with the question that came up earlier of which would you rather fight. It's like, yeah, I got presented with both options in the game. One of them hurts a lot more. Before I take another step. It's about that time. Uh-oh. If I'm lucky, maybe they'll shove each other off the edge. I forgot to check how much soul I would need to level up my pyromancy again. Alright, I'm gonna try once more to get through these guys, and if I fail again, I'm just gonna call it and do that next time. These guys remind me somewhat. Not. Okay, I don't remember what this boss looked like, but they remind me of a boss a bit. It was the Capra demon. For a boss, it wasn't terribly hard. But, you know, if each one of these guys had a boss fight health bar, that would be a little ridiculous. I have a very funny but very risky idea. What do you guys think? Do you think I should do a very funny but very risky idea? Do it. Okay. Yep. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I was worried it might be. That was the idea. I just don't like risking jumping off of things in this game. It likes to kill you for that. Alright. I'm gonna call it there, because I've been going for a while. So I guess that's that. Thanks for watching. I guess that's all from me. Until next time, don't take any wooden nickels. Bye.